Oh, hi, Mark.
Oh, hey, Johnny, what's up?
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
At no point were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Dude, I'm surrounded by assholes.
I award you no point.
Wow.
And may God have mercy on your soul.
Hiya, and welcome to Talking Pictures. It is Monday, February 18th. I am Henry O'Shea, joined as always by the big man himself, Jack O'Shea.
Whoa, I'm first this time.
And making his return to the pod after a brief hiatus, the one, the only, the captain of the cool, Jack Newheisel.
I've never been second before. I don't know what to do with this pressure.
Wow, I finally do it. I finally
Holy
give you the
smokes.
layup. I finally give you the layup, and yeah.
Guess who's back, by the way?
Yeah, swing and a miss, but New is back. We're feeling still very sick and cold.
So
I feel like a fucking $100. I'll tell you that much.
You look like $15. So.
yeah, no. In the past week, last week, if you
a hell of an
listened to
entree.
the pod, Henry was feeling very sick.
Yeah.
And I was feeling under the weather, but not very sick.
Yeah.
And then what happened is the following day and the next 5 days, I began to feel very, very sick.
And I got
Henry got better. Mm-hmm. Now we woke up this morning, and Henry feels very, very sick again.
I feel terrible.
And I have also gotten somehow worse. Things aren't good.
No, things are good. You know when you wake up, I realized this morning, it's like when you wake up and you have a sore throat, like you realize it as soon as you wake up. Where it's like, oh, fuck. But I'm always like, okay, in the next 20 minutes, I will figure out, is this, I had a bad night's sleep, a lot of mouth breathing, I'm hungover, or is this going to stay and now you're sick? And it's looking like the worst one. So
that is the question. Pretty much when I wake up with a sore throat, my first thought is like, just fuck me.
Yeah, but sometimes it goes away. Sometimes it's like, shower or whatever, and I'm like, oh, wow, yeah, I woke up with a sore throat. Okay, never mind.
Every now and again,
Moving
it's
on.
just bad posture. You slept with bad posture, and something's congested, but it's going to work itself out.
Yeah.
By the way, as now that I've spent some time out of this house, the house is the problem.
You think
Yes.
so?
I think definitely.
It's an icebox in here.
Where have I been? I've been in Arizona.
Do you hear
Apparently,
do you hear this fucking guy, Hen?
Yeah, seriously.
the temporal climate.
You leave, all of a sudden he's coming back. You were so Mel Gibson from Chicken Run. The grass is always green on the other side. My God,
That's Mel Gibson.
That's
I
Mel
was about to say,
Gibson.
that's Mel Gibson.
This is a classic Mel Gibson.
This is news.
Cock of the walk. Hey guys, I've been to another farm. Coming back, and all of a
Yeah.
sudden he's too good for his own farm.
Turns out he's been a circus chicken this whole time.
Yeah.
Okay?
He was selling white lies there.
One of them circus chickens.
All right. Okay. But speaking of which, New, because you haven't been here recently, where you been? We haven't really talked about that.
Yeah, we never talked about it originally. I have been working with the Arizona Hot Shots.
Hot Shots, baby.
Go Shots Nation, baby.
Go Shots, AAF.
And so obviously, it's in the name there. I've been in Arizona.
Phoenix team, a big win yesterday for the Shots.
Big win. Ugly win, but I'll take 10 more of them. I'll tell you that much.
I'll tell you that much. We'll be in Las Vegas for the championship.
Paul's got the Tigers on the move. We're feeling good. We're now it's on to Salt Lake. We go to Salt Lake week 3. But yeah,
Back to Salt Lake. Oh no, you played Salt Lake at home week 1.
We played Salt Lake at home, and yeah, they're a West Coast team, so got to talk to the dogs up in the scheduling offense. Why we got to go back to back against Salt Lake?
Kick their ass
It's
again.
a formidable squad. But and so unfortunately though, given that, I'm actually going to be in Arizona for a little while, so it's going to be my last pod for just a bit. We'll be back. This is see you later. This is not goodbye.
No. But yeah, good things. And I'm loving every single second of the AAF. It's still football season. It's great. We watched football all yesterday. It's awesome.
This is just about the coolest thing.
It's good stuff.
Ever.
Like I love that we had the football 2 games yesterday. We got another 2 today. And then it's All-Star weekend, by the way. Very disappointing 3-point contest and dunk contest. I don't know if you guys saw much.
I didn't even see any of them.
So because we were watching the Shots game, and Shots take priority.
Yeah.
But 3-point contest, they had a bunch of the stars. But then this guy Joe Harris, who actually he's this white guy who
Joe
went to
Harris
UVA.
is his name. Okay.
And we have like a bunch of mutual friends because he's a UVA guy, which is super funny. Like I just love that guy won the 3-point contest.
He looked angry.
Yeah, like he did.
He looked
like
pissed.
He had a mission.
Like he was trying to prove something.
But then the dunk contest, it's just gone so downhill where I only saw the highlights. It looked like all the people did was jump over other people, which I've never been a fan of.
And it's also, there's such a way to cheat it. If you open
Put your hand
legs.
down. Put your hand down and open your leg. Like
If you open your legs, then you're good.
yeah. So like the guy jumped over Shaq, which is like cool. Like Shaq's a big man, but like
Yeah.
I want to see you jump over the hood of a Kia. Okay, it's much lower to the ground.
You like the Kia
No, I
dunk?
hated the
I was
Kia.
gonna say that was the beginning of the end for the dunk contest.
Yeah, as soon as Blake Griffin brought out a Kia because he's sponsored by the whole All-Star game sponsored by Kia. What a smart move by Kia. They own the NBA. But then he jumps over the hood of it, which is 5 feet.
And look, I can't jump over cars, but
I could jump over a Kia. I think we all could. I think we could all. We wouldn't be able to dunk, but
if
I
you
could
had a
jump
pool
over
on the
Kia.
other side and I could land on my head, I think I could jump over a Kia.
There's a chance I could jump over a Kia.
Yeah, I think so.
You know what I've never done, and I probably never will do, but would like to say I have done is the thing where a car drives at you and you jump over it.
Yeah, well, I don't think how many people have actually done that. I think those videos are always fake.
Like 20 people have done.
Kobe was really realistic in his video where he jumped over the car.
Yeah, that was good.
But it was fake.
That was like his ESPN fantasy files.
Yeah.
He threw a pick me after that, and at the time I don't think fantasy basketball is even a thing.
I don't think it
he was
existed.
before his time. The Mamba.
Yeah.
It was a backyard basketball. Pick me in backyard basketball.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Was
one of those.
Did Backyard have a basketball deal?
Oh, it was great.
I never played Backyard.
Dimitri was the best.
There we go, Dimitri Petrovic.
I remember being like, okay, they're
words out of
really
my
playing
mouth.
to us. Yeah, they made the fucking nerd. Like usually, this is what was great about backyard sports was they were all the same. You had backyard soccer, backyard baseball, and backyard football. And Pablo Sanchez was always a fucking stud.
Always.
And all of a sudden, we get basketball coming out, and they decide, you know what? Basketball ain't Pablo's sport.
No, but he was still good. He was still good.
I will use your talents
Dude, he
come
was solid.
baseball
He
season, my friend.
He wasn't
Yeah, he
the
was
GOAT.
Well, he's
Or
like
if you
2
box.
feet tall. Yeah, he's like 2 feet tall. But yeah, they made Dimitri
Yeah.
Petrovic, who's like the red Point Dexter kid with the glasses. He was like an absolute sharpshooter.
Well, this
Yeah.
is pre-JJ Barea, pre-Manu
Yeah,
Ginobili's
exactly.
ascension. Latin players at the
Little
time
guys.
just didn't have,
No.
they didn't have guys.
Yeah.
The little guys too.
I believe the quote that they said when it came out was Mexicans can't play basketball.
That was from the backyard offices.
We might have to bleep that out.
Yeah,
Or
probably.
just completely erase that second
Or
part.
race this-
That's not you saying that. That's Backyard.
That's what they
Yeah.
said. That was their press release. But they
Do you
said
think
they don't-
Rich Gannon was good also? They said no.
No, they
Awkward
said
white
no.
guys can't play
Yeah.
basketball either.
They said it. They said it. Also,
they.
on the backyard note, I saw NC State baseball team. They released because the season's starting. Their lineups are in backyard baseball format, which is really cool.
Very cool.
Love that.
Super cool. So it's like that loading screen of your lineup and then the face of each guy at the position.
Yeah.
It's like a cartoon. Really cool.
That's
awesome.
the Atlanta Hawks. You know how you can always look if you're at a basketball game, you can look up at the just the center jumbotron, and it'll basically like have a picture and like all the starters who are in at the time.
Yeah.
If you're an Atlanta Hawk now and you hit 3 consecutive shots, they'll put up a fire animation behind you.
Wow.
So it's like you're on fire, and you will stay on fire till you miss.
That's great. Heat
Can you-
check. That's awesome.
That's fucking sweet.
That's fantastic. That's great. All right, let's get
That's
started.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Let's get rocking. Let's get rolling. President's Day weekend podcast coming to you. Winners, losers, big winners, pathetic losers. New, you're back. Start with the winners.
I never get to. This is big. I get to go second. Okay, you guys are treating me. This is nice. I'm having fun. My winner this week is characters.
Ah, good.
You're a big winner.
Why? Because USA, the network, where characters are welcome, is absolutely crushing
One
it.
of the few places where characters are still welcome in this country. And I'll tell you right now, that has to change.
Yeah.
It's 2019. Why aren't characters welcome on every channel?
Why are people closing doors in the faces of characters? I don't know.
I need to stop. I'm not going to say what I'm going to say.
So for most people, and statistically speaking, it might even be easier to say all people, did not watch the show Psych. I was one of the 0.009% of the community.
It might have just been you.
That was psyched about Psych because it was
Couldn't get enough
it was a
Psych.
hell of a program. It went 5 seasons.
What did I see recently where there's a theory that the channel USA doesn't exist? Oh, it was a Simpsons episode. We're watching The Simpsons, and they go like, "Oh, TV's all like it's all corrupt. It's all the whole thing." The channel USA, it doesn't exist. He goes, "Have you ever watched it?" And everyone's like, "No." Like, what about you? And they're like, "No." And they're like, "It's a entirely fake channel."
Yeah.
Like with this like.
Oh my
evil
God!
plan.
They pump out hits. You got your Royal Pains, your white collars, your burn notices.
Turn on USA, and you'll understand who's watching it by the commercials. That's how you can pretty much tell who's watching any channel. Because on Nickelodeon they just have toys. It's just every commercial's a new toy. On Game Show Network, it's all like senior citizen stuff.
Yeah. This 3 wood. I love the golf club
Yeah,
commercials.
a lot of infomercials. On USA, It is all over the fucking place. They don't even know
I don't know who they're selling to.
Yeah, they don't know what brands to reach out to.
The Brett Favre jean and back brace commercials are crushing it. Also the personal shavers. He gets involved in some weird shit. I think he's involved with a flashlight company as well.
I trust Brett.
I don't know who Brett Favre's people are that are getting these endorsements. You're Brett Favre. Stop doing nose trimmers and fucking ace bandages. It's so weird.
He won't get involved in things he doesn't personally.
I guess that's what it is.
And these are his things. Brett lives a simple life.
The jeans made sense. The elbow thing.
God, he looked good in those jeans.
It came out years ago that
Tendinitis.
Brett Favre's sister got caught. She was involved with a meth lab.
Yeah, I saw that.
How does that happen? Brett, get your fucking ducks in a row.
Have you ever heard Brett talk?
But it's
dude, he's straight out of True Detective.
Yeah, he is.
Football saved him, dude. He's from the bayou, boy.
He's the man.
He's the man.
He's great.
But
anyway,
True Detective.
Yeah.
Brett Favre is not my winner this week. USA is my winner this week.
Why
or
are
not
they-
even that. Characters are, and that's because the network USA is making a psych movie, and
Because everyone, you
USA,
ask for it, you get it.
not known for making great promotional stuff. Apparently, a psych movie came out in 2017, completely went across my desk. I never saw it, so I got to get going on that. But it went so well, apparently, that they're making a follow-up, made-for-TV second sequel.
Neil, how shocked were you when you saw a headline that said they're making a psych movie sequel? Were you like, wait, what?
It was not in the headline, and that's where I made this
year
my
is it?
winner already. Where I was like, "Can you believe it? They've been listening. They've been getting my mail, and
Yeah.
they've been seeing that I too want a psych movie."
I too am hurt. I feel like
We never got to the end with Sean and Gus.
I feel like we get more mail than USA does. I feel like
so
USA
much
is
mail.
like, any mail today?
We got one.
Yeah, we got some magazines.
You guys should treat yourself to some psych episodes. It
I will
is good
never do
stuff.
that ever.
It is
I will
good.
never, ever, ever do that.
You know what's funny? Then it's the definition of USA. I've been picturing Monk this whole time. So now, now
Monk.
I know what I'm talking about.
Well, God, the problem was Monk was their original hit, USA, and so they kind of planted their flag on that mountain, and then all of a sudden they just became the Monk guys, and not everyone was for Monk. I wasn't one of there.
Yeah,
But
well,
then
they call USA the channel that Monk built.
yeah,
Yeah,
basically.
I believe so. I believe that's what they call it.
That actor who plays Monk, I love that guy. Everybody
Tony
loves
Shalhoub?
that guy. You like him in doses, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't have just a show about Tony Shalhoub.
Yeah.
You know, I don't
It
know.
started with Burn Notice for me. Burn Notice is where they got me hooked.
Burn
Yeah.
Notice was the marijuana
That guy
that led to the
yeah,
heroin.
that was my
psych.
gateway
That is
drug.
psych.
Yeah.
And by the way, that's an apt way of putting it.
Yeah.
Because psych, far more addicting.
Yeah.
Far more addicting. Almost dangerous.
Yeah.
There go 2 weeks.
Yeah. They see your life has completely changed. You can't go back. Yeah.
USA in the win column, first time in a while.
Psych movie. Pay attention to that.
I got two winners. Number one, it's ABC. Channel ABC.
You're a big winner.
Family or standard just...
Standard. ABC Family isn't a show anymore.
Oh, you're right. That's Freeform. Okay, yeah.
Terrible decision.
Terrible.
Almost as bad as changing Spike to the Paramount Network. You know what
yeah.
does? You know what doesn't roll off the tongue? The Paramount Network. You know what does? Spike.
Spike
TV.
Spike TV.
Chill from them.
Paramount does not do Mansers.
No.
Spike does Mansers.
exactly.
And I want to watch fucking Mansers.
Yeah.
I love the. We've talked about it many times. The Mansers intro. It was like beer, tits, bananas. It was
Stuff we all like.
It was they ripped off, or Blue Mountain State
That's
ripped
what it
them
was.
off.
Yep,
yeah,
exactly.
It's like what is a college football team?
yeah, Blue Mountain State. Tell you what
Beers and boobs and
the-
drugs.
The channel on the network ABC is the winner because number one, they've had just the best season of The Bachelor that there's been since. And if you don't listen to our Bachelor podcast, you should. But we've been saying all season, it's like the best season ever. Like this season of The Bachelor is just incredible. And what's his name, Colton, being the virgin, it just works. It plays. He's great. And this week, just another, here we go, ABC, pat on the back, and here's some more viewers. He was at some charity event, because that's his thing, about Colton. That's what he does. He doesn't have sex with women, and he does do charity.
Yeah, those are the two things we
That's
know.
his thing. And
They
he
played
was-
football at one point.
Exactly. At one point, we're not really sure when
Well, he
or
owns a
where.
foundation, and if you missed it, it's called the Colton Underwood Foundation.
Yeah, so it's- you
which
can look it
doesn't
up.
take away at all from the charitable efforts.
No. Well, it's not about him. No, it's not about him. Okay, so it's not about him. Stop talking about. But he was at a charity event and left very abruptly, and he had a whole thing that was because someone touched him inappropriately. Someone groped him. Someone grabbed his junk. I believe they were making like a virgin joke. And a whole thing like he's not a piece of meat. That's not why he goes to this stuff. Stuff like that. Only good things for ABC. We're talking like this is just ABC. You're just on fire right now. Colton was such a blessing to you,
you guys
and
realize-
to everyone.
God, do you want to just realize?
What?
You know how you told me that this season, The Bachelor, they said it's an ending you won't believe?
Yes.
Right?
And they said that last year, and they
and they
more
absolutely
than
touched it?
exceeded expectations.
I have a
Yes.
prediction for the ending.
What is it?
the end, he's just gonna be like,
I'm gay.
no. At the end, he's gonna send someone home, and they're gonna be like, yeah, well, I fucking took his virginity.
Wow.
And then another girl's gonna be like, no, I took his virginity.
Turns out he's been banging all these girls.
And he's gonna come forward and be like, I've banged everybody here.
I swore them all to secrecy.
I banged all of them. All the time.
Yeah.
It was great.
It was great. I told them they were gonna win. I sent them home. I don't care. I'm a horn dog.
Woo!
Welcome to the foundation.
Yeah,
dude.
and he'll tweet that. He'll tweet the woo with a wolf emoji.
Not that it matters because all assault's bad assault. But was it a butt grab? Did his
woman,
Terry get cruised?
I believe it was a woman grabbing his frontal penis.
Okay.
Yeah.
His frontal penis.
His penis and balls. I believe it was a woman touching those. And again, hey, all assault, bad assault. But the fact that this happened and he made a thing about it and the whole thing is just great for ABC. This is just your star is in the news again. Like this is just good stuff. People will be watching the finale that haven't watched the show. Good for you. And then I got another winner. So my second winner is people that went to FireFest.
You're a big winner.
And obviously we've been talking about FireFest a lot, and I think most people would call those people losers because it was such a terrible time. And it's kind of, I mean, that's like the whole thing now is how it was such a bad time that we're making multiple documentaries and whatnot about it.
We like to call people here Loserville.
Exactly,
Yeah.
Loserville.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, something is so bad, like if you've been to something that's so bad, it ends up being a good thing.
Yeah, I wish I went at this point.
So, and to just highlight that even more, this week it was like kind of announced or leaked that Lonely Island dudes, so Andy Samberg and his other dudes, Akiva and Jorma, I think. Jorma. As well as Seth Rogen are making a movie about a music festival gone terribly wrong. That's based on Firefest. If you've gotten to it's gotten to the point where if you went to Firefest, you have like the best story to tell for the rest of your life.
We're gonna get to the point where you know how like there's been like probably 10 or 15 celebrities who said that they were in the buildings during 9/11.
Yeah, it's like that, but it's not bad. Yeah,
and it's like and it turns out like they were lying. I forget, there was a really big one recently.
There was a really big one.
What a fucked up thing.
Oh,
to
it's
do.
the worst thing you can do. There's a whole documentary about this woman. It's the
my
worst
God.
thing that you can do.
It's the worst thing.
Worst
and
thing
then,
you can
and
do.
then they explain their mentality. They're like, yeah, I don't know why I said it, but I said it in like 2002.
And then
I
you just like had to stay
never
with
stopped
it. Yeah.
saying it or whatever. Anyway, we're going to start getting a lot of those people where it's like, I was at Fire Festival, and then like 20 years later, it's like, he claims he was at Fire Festival, but we have proof he was not.
Yeah, it's kind of the point where like if I was with like, oh hey, meet this guy. Oh hey, what's going on? Yeah, he went to Firefest. I'd be like, no fucking way. Like,
Really?
tell me about it. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god, like sit down. I got questions to ask. Like this is the most. Like I wish that I had gone, just so from now on, anytime someone mentions it, you can be like, yeah, I went. I was there.
I was there.
I was there. Yeah, I was. Okay.
I was at the Janet Jackson Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
fucking saw. I don't
There
know.
it is. I saw nip. I saw the nipple.
It was real.
But yeah, I mean, I'm sure that movie is going to be hilarious and awesome. I mean, it's such a just an easy fucking concept. Like,
I think it's the perfect guys to be doing it too.
Oh, totally.
The Lonely Island dudes. They're gonna just
Totally.
nail that stereotype of just
the rich,
douchebags.
yeah, these douchebags who think that they can do anything and throw more money at it. But yeah, Jack, you got two losers.
I got two losers today, okay?
So you start with the losers, and then we'll go to news loser.
Okay, so my first loser is Bahrain.
You are one pathetic loser.
Bahrain.
Is
Help
it
me out.
Bahrain?
Bahrain.
Is
Sure.
this a famed musical group? Is this help me out with?
No, it's a country.
It's a
Good.
country.
Where's the country?
Middle East.
Okay.
Is it actually Bahrain, Henry?
Yeah, thought so.
Does that not sound like
I'm sorry, it's not a
And-
country, it's a kingdom.
there is okay?
It's a kingdom. It's
Like the Baja Men crushed it, but there's also this little known all-female group, Baja Rain, who had some hits.
It's like a sister group to Bahrain. Yeah.
so Bahrain, I'm still not sure about that, Hen.
I like that you went with me though.
I'm gonna call it Bahrain. So
You-
Bahrain the kingdom of Bahrain is an island country in the Persian Gulf. The sovereign state comprises a small archipelago centered around Bahrain Island. Anyway,
I love a good
situated
archipelago.
between Qatar Peninsula and the northeastern coast of Saudi Arabia, Middle
Sure.
East.
I say archipelagio. It's more
You
fun.
also
I
say
go
Bahrain,
Lagio.
and you're wrong.
I'm a Lagio man.
Okay,
No, that's how you say
Let's
it. I
keep-
like ratio.
let's
Anyways, keep
guys. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Baja Rain. I'm with
They're
you.
losers.
Losers.
Because it was recently announced this week, that if Michael Jackson had been found guilty in that trial,
the kid touching kids trial.
him and his family were all prepared to renounce their U.S. citizenship and move to Bahrain so he wouldn't go to jail.
He's got a big family.
He's got a big family.
Yeah.
The reason why Bahrain is a loser is because if that had happened, the entire country would have. Their GDP would have gone up something like 12% just with Michael Jackson's
he's a big
appearance.
Deal. He's got a lot of money.
Just the fact that he died and never got the chance to renounce his U.S. citizenship
And move to Bahrain.
To flee persecution for something that we would all be like, fuck this guy.
Yeah.
It would have changed the country forever.
Okay, that
He would have been like
we
the
would
new
know
oil.
we would know how to pronounce it and
Yeah.
where it
Yeah.
was.
He I think is currently his net worth is something like 10% of the overall Bahrain GDP.
It's pretty nuts.
that is
He's
such
rich,
a
man.
specific location too that
Yeah.
has to be a true story.
There's a reason
I
why they
bet-
picked Bahrain, I'm sure.
Like, doesn't that mean that there was like a group in Bahrain, like probably government officials that
They
were
were
on
like, "We don't
standby
care."
that was like,
Yeah.
okay, make sure Michael's room is ready.
Yeah, we have
His
the plane
family's going to
chartered.
be there.
We have the
Yeah.
How
little boys
bummed
in
were
there ready
they
for him.
to
Yeah.
hear that
I remember they were
he was not guilty?
Was he not guilty or
I
did he die?
thought that was the
was not
deal.
guilty.
I thought it was,
Was
not
not
guilty.
guilty.
Not guilty.
Yeah, not
Okay.
innocent, but
Well,
not
now-
guilty.
It was like, no, he was just friends with these little kids.
Well, now he knows.
And
Now we know
they had
he's for
sleepovers.
sure guilty because if you had plans to flee punishment,
So that was my biggest, when you said that just now, I thought, okay, if he's guilty, he'll move to Bahrain. I don't think move is the right word. I think it's
that's
flee.
flee.
No, it's
Flee is the
flee.
correct word.
Illegally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And discreetly.
And the Bahrainian people will not extradite Superstar.
I kind of like that if that was the law.
Dude,
if
the-
you get convicted of something, you have 2 days to move to Bahrain or you're going
Yeah.
to jail.
I mean, Bahrain, they fucking love him.
Yeah.
Their national anthem is Annie, are you okay?
And then,
Are you okay?
Are you okay?
And not the Alien Ant Farm version. The
No.
original,
Yeah.
even though everybody agrees the Alien Ant Farm version is much better.
Much superior.
Yeah. So that's my first loser. My second loser,
That's a good loser, though. They lost big.
the system.
You are one pathetic loser.
System loses again.
The system loses. This is actually, these are two very similar losers for different reasons.
Well, they're about bad guys.
they're about bad guys who
Bad guys who
have,
some people are still like, nah, they're good guys. And we're all like, nah, they're bad guys.
they're about bad guys who have like sexual conduct charges against them.
Yeah.
The reason why the system loses. Let me explain something to you guys. This is how the United States justice system works.
All right, here's a lesson. Here's a free lesson.
Here's a little lesson in justice. If you're bad, you're found guilty.
Yep.
We lock you up. You get punished by going to jail.
Or unless you can make it to Bahrain first.
Unless you can make a Bahrain first, then you get punished by going to jail.
Yeah.
What happens when jail isn't a punishment? Well, we just found out because according to Bill Cosby's lawyer,
Oh.
he's loving it.
This is like the third report that's come out. That's like, Bill's having a great time.
Is that not the greatest? I saw it. I was just, what, like, it's such a petty thing to say because, one, maybe he is loving it. Maybe this is literally like Bill's like, I don't know why people call this prison because I call it heaven. Maybe
You could have gone years ago.
I would have, if I had known about this, I would have come clean forever ago. But just, I assume it's not true. The pettiness and the one-upsmanship that, because remember when he got found guilty and his lawyer came out and he said, they persecuted Jesus
Yep.
and look what happened.
And look what happened.
One of my favorite lines
Boom.
ever. Well, this is like, I got to figure out who this lawyer is because this is my favorite thing ever. He's loving it.
He's loving it.
You guys sent him to prison to punish him. Well, joke's on you.
Yeah, that's really
system.
what it is.
Joke's on you guys.
Joke's on you. Okay.
He's having a blast.
He's gotten on a hell of an exercise program.
Yeah.
The inmates seem to be really responding to him.
They really respond to it. Dude, yeah, it's like,
He's eating 3 square meals a day.
I'm trying to think what.
He's getting 3 hots in a cot. Life's good.
Oh my God. Could it get better?
What a spin. Absolute spin zone.
Great spin zone.
To the justice. Now they're gonna be like, okay, well, now we're gonna let him out. So
Yeah.
Deal with that, Bill.
Dude, maybe he's doing that. Maybe he's doing some reverse
I
psychology.
think that's exactly what it is.
He loves prison so much he likes it better than outside.
Yeah.
And we're all like, well, no, we don't want that.
They're gonna go and
send him back outside.
They're gonna go meet with him and be like, Bill, you like prison? He's be like, oh, I love it. And be like, well, what do you hate? And he's be like, have my own private island in the Bahamas. And then be like, okay, well, that's where you're spending the
Guess-
rest of your days.
Guess where you're going, Bill?
In
And
your
there's not a
face.
thing you can do
I
about it.
can't believe you told us. What an idiot.
You fool.
This
What an
goes
idiot.
back to we had this conversation earlier. It's like prison doesn't sound that bad. Prison sounds like honestly like maybe 6 months would do me some real good. I could get some shit in line, get organized, get on a routine,
Yeah.
and then pop out.
Finally get you.
Yeah.
Mike's situation. He has been in there for about a month now.
He's also loving it.
About to start month 2. Absolutely killing it in there.
It also
also-
came out that he is loving it.
He's loving it.
Bill Cosby, as a guy accused and convicted, if I'm not mistaken,
Yeah,
because he's in prison
convicted, yeah.
of some sexual assault stuff,
Yeah, some bad stuff.
some rapey things.
Some terrible, terrible things.
aren't they supposed to be the guys that get it the worst? That's always been my understanding from movies. It's like,
yes.
I think
welcome to prison, you raper. You thought you did some raping.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm thinking.
You don't even know what rape is.
You're about to. Yeah.
Here's what I'm thinking, though.
That's exactly what it is.
He's Bill Cosby, and I think a lot of people in prison are like, I love Bill Cosby.
Yeah, love
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
Who am I to judge?
who am I
these
to-
guys in prison who have done
And two,
equally bad things?
He's an old man, and he's like blind right now.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
besides,
I never get the blind thing. It's like, oh yeah, he's legally blind.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, so people are walking around.
What
Like,
is-
how blind?
what does legally blind
You can
mean?
still
Because
see if you're legally blind.
you can still see a little bit.
But you just like,
Because
can't like
in my head,
read shit. I don't know.
blind means you're only seeing black.
Same.
Yes.
That's what my
That's it.
version.
But I
is.
guess-
Lights are out.
They should just say like he's got really, really bad eyes.
Yeah, terrible eyes.
Blind, yeah. You're blind
yeah.
only means you cannot see anything.
Yeah.
Because that
You know
legally
what we should
blind's
say?
a funny
it should be
little deal.
you're blind, and then you're blind as a bat, because bats can kind of see.
There's a lot of
Using
people that have
echolocation,
like
sure.
tunnel
Exactly.
vision or something.
Yeah.
And I don't want to
Can
belittle.
that
That
see?
sounds
Or is
shitty.
it just echolocation?
I thought bats. What the fuck do they have eyes then?
I thought that they used echolocation. I'm gonna say
I
it like
think that's
6 more
part of
times.
it.
Like
I
a
think
submarine,
echolocation is-
Mr. Wayne. Like a submarine.
Like a submarine.
Wait, do submarines use echolocation?
I believe so.
They have eyes too.
Sonar.
So do
Sonar.
dolphins.
Yeah. They like pump out like a weird frequency.
Oh, did you see
and
that?
that bounces off rocks and shit.
There's this blind person
I think this
who
is
can
right.
use it and is trying to teach other. And it's like,
What? You're describing the plot of Daredevil. Ben Affleck's Daredevil.
oh, it might have been Daredevil. That might have been it. It was Daredevil.
It was Daredevil.
It was Daredevil.
And he
All right,
used the
never mind,
ring.
guys. It was just Daredevil.
Anyways, New, who's your loser?
My loser this week, Jack, in your honor, was vegans.
You are one pathetic loser.
Vegan.
Planet Fitness gets one back this week.
We won. Oh, wait.
we
on
win.
those bastards.
Yeah.
Good.
In a,
Fuck 'em.
I believe, a Tennessee steakhouse, some gal ordered salad, and I think this is what the argument must have been about, because Miranda Lambert and her ended up getting in this back and forth, and Miranda Lambert
Kicked your ass.
Wait,
went
because
up-
she ordered a salad, Miranda Lambert was
No,
like,
I
listen,
think there was some John going back and forth about.
I don't think the salad had anything to do
the
with
salad had nothing to do with
Yeah.
that.
There's some you bitch, you skank, back
Yeah.
and forth.
You know.
And Miranda Lambert goes over there and dumps the salad on this lady's head.
Yeah.
Fists start flying. Cops are called. No charges pressed. Both groups agreed. Hey, whoa, we were out of line.
Yeah.
But there goes one more salad uneaten in your face, you losers.
What a bunch of losers.
Big win for us.
Huge. Well, each small battle is part of the larger war.
Yeah.
Also, we had a follower DM us after last week's pod and say, "I worked on a farm. I can promise you, like growing
Yes.
vegetables, you kill so many fucking animals you wouldn't believe it."
Yes. In fact,
Because that was one of our.
In fact, I'm gonna do something a
Thanks.
little bit rogue. I'm gonna read the. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can see my face is now the camera is vertical.
Move your camera.
I'm gonna pull it up because this is something that we need to be doing a lot fucking more.
What?
Which is we get a lot of DMs for this podcast, and we read them during the week, and we're like, yeah, we got to mention that, and then
forget.
We forget. So
I forget. Yeah. What's that from?
That's The Office when he plays.
Yes.
I forget it, brother.
Yeah. It's Ryan.
It's Ryan. He crushes that character, by the way.
He does. Samuel L. Chang.
Oh, yeah, it's Wilson Lee 7. Wilson Lee, what's up, baby? Listening to the new pod, I work on corn and soybean farms in the summers, and I can absolutely confirm a ton of animals get killed farming vegetables. Thank you, Wilson.
Next
Thanks,
time you're
Wilson.
eating soybeans, just remember, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's right.
Alec
part of the
Baldwin,
problem.
Natalie Portman, Paul McCartney. Why don't you do some fucking reading next time? You call the Pope. But I listened to that on your guys' deal last week. I was like, what now? One, how is the Pope just taking phone calls?
Oh, plot twist.
Or bribes.
yeah.
Plot twist. The camera thing didn't work. It actually shut off when I went to look at Instagram. So I'm going to start recording again now.
Number two.
Yeah.
Cool.
$1 million to the Catholic Church?
Yeah.
You gotta up that number, Paul.
Who the
Yeah.
fuck you think you're talking to?
You think they're gonna fucking
This is a
give
group.
two shits about
Yeah.
$1 million?
$1 million?
Fucking
It's like a signing bonus they'd say no to. It's like, what are you talking about?
drive from Dallas, Texas to Tulsa, Oklahoma. You will see no money anywhere
Yeah.
except for the Catholic Church, where there's probably $1 billion spent on that strip of highway. It's a joke.
$1 million, Paul McCartney. Get
$1
outta
million.
here. I'd laugh at you.
Oh yeah, sure, Paul.
We'd
sure.
laugh at you.
We'll stop eating meat. Okay.
Yeah, fine. All right.
On Fridays,
Yeah.
losers.
Idiot. Moving on, one of our favorite segments, even though we love all the segments. But this one is one of our favorites because every now and then we think we know something, but it turns out we're completely wrong. Mm-hmm. So we call it and this week it's about Ben Affleck because Ben Affleck said that it's become known that he's not playing Batman anymore. We talked about that last week. He should play Batman. And so we all assumed he's not playing Batman because the two Batman movies he was in, Batman vs Superman and the Justice League, were both absolutely terrible and box office disasters.
Yeah.
And his Batman had a lot to do with it.
It was mostly because of his Batman.
Yes.
And that, in fact, I think most people, myself included, forget that Batman vs Superman even existed. But no, that's not why. He's not playing Batman anymore because he decided
it was his choice
to quit playing the Cape Crusader. Yeah. So I thought, I thought it was because his performance was just kind of unrealistic and ridiculous that he would be, kicked out. Well, hey Ben, you're not allowed to play Batman anymore because your movies were so terrible and kind of embarrassing to the franchise as a whole.
That's
but
what I figured too. No. But no, we were wrong.
We were wrong.
That's what.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Because this whole time, I thought it was because, as a public, we unanimously decided he is the all-time worst Batman, and that includes both Val Kilmer and Will Arnett in the
George
Lego
Clooney.
movie.
Yeah.
But no, it was his call.
Okay. Gotcha.
Oh.
Interesting.
Well, shit. Shame on us.
Yeah, seriously. Good
Golly,
to know.
good to know, Ben. Thanks for clearing that up.
Yeah, good to know.
Good to know.
Yeah, because I really thought. Sometimes you think something.
Well, shoot. I wonder if he'll have any say over the new Batman.
Well, he must if he decided to.
Yeah, if it was his choice.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's laying down. Hey, how about that?
Hey.
You live and
thanks,
you learn.
Ben.
You live and you learn. You learn new stuff every day.
I will say this though about the Ben Affleck Batman. This is what I will say. And I'll say this.
I don't say it.
I loved the initial pictures.
You like the mask.
I like Big Batman. I like Big Batman, and his whole thing was like they're like, yeah, he's gonna be fucking
edgy,
240, and his suit is gonna be big, and I just loved that look.
Yeah,
and they
beefy Batman,
and they failed.
They failed.
He failed big time.
Well, the pictures came out, and he was like cut up like he was a heavyweight, like modern boxer,
basically,
where he's still cut out of stone.
Yeah.
Versus what he ended up being was like a '90s football player, where it's like it's just about mass.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter how it looks; it matters that
he's
it's
not
there.
an athlete. No one ever looked at Ben Affleck and was like, it's like. I hate to bring us back to Leatherheads, but it's like if you watch Leatherheads with George Clooney and John Krasinski, you can't look at it and be like, yeah, those two at any point played a professional sport.
No, you'll never believe it.
At any point. Besides basketball, which maybe John Krasinski could have in like 1955 when he would have been a center.
He would have been a power five.
There's no way he's playing a sport. And George Clooney... I think he should just be Batman again. Now that I think
Clooney should be Batman. The more we talk about it, the more it comes back to Clooney should be Batman.
Why did he ever stop playing Batman?
Well, Pitt's busy.
Sure.
I guess he's a good understudy.
Multiple Batmans. They both play Batman. Just an idea. But Ben Affleck. See you later to the cape and the costumes and all of
the pageantry,
all that
the
is
fun.
All that is Batman. He's done. And also, I did not realize we were talking about who's going to play the next Batman. I didn't realize it's because they have announced, it's been a thing for a while, in 2021, a movie's coming out called The Batman.
Interesting.
So I've been waiting for and when's it going to come out? It's like, oh, no. There's already a movie coming out in 2021 called The Batman. It was supposed to be Affleck. And then he very graciously, it takes a big man to admit when he's wrong, and that big man was him. So...
they got to step on that 2021 guy a little bit.
Am
I wrong? It's 20, or have they already filmed it and they're just hoping to plug in the Batman scenes? I got to believe those are a lot of scenes.
I was about to say, it feels like most of the movie. Maybe. You never know. You know the Academy.
The Academy.
You know the Academy. Moving on, we have one of our fave times of year. It's award season. And, similar to the Dundies, we have the Poolies.
Yeah.
We had the Golden Globes a couple weeks ago. We had the Grammys last weekend, and apparently they were like the lowest ratings ever. It's a bad time for award season, but it is award season. And the Academy Awards are next week. We usually talk about them the week that they happen, but then that doesn't really make sense because then the pod comes out Monday and they were the night before and we don't know what happened. You know what I mean? I always find it a bit confusing. So we're going to do it a week early this week. And instead of talking about the Academy Awards, because I don't like the Academy Awards.
Dude, the Academy Awards right now is the funniest thing in the world. By the way, the ice mask I put in my face is way too cold. I'm like burning my face with the cold. It's crazy how that can happen. But the Academy Awards is so fucking funny right now because literally they are.
Your face is like ice burned.
My face is burned right now. They are like a stepdad Or they're like a divorced dad who just wants to please their children.
Yeah, all they want is for them to be happy. They keep doing the wrong thing.
And so the dad's like, "Hey, I got everybody ice cream."
Yeah.
And they're like,
we're lactose intolerant. Yeah.
We hate chocolate ice cream. So I got you vanilla ice cream. And eventually it's just like, ice cream's canceled. Dude, if you think about it, think about the changes that they've done this year. It started off with, okay, everybody was complaining. We need Black Panther to win an award.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a People's Choice type of award thing, blockbuster movie category.
Popular movie award.
Then Black Panther said, if we're nominated for that, we don't want to win. And they're like, okay, then we're not going to have
Forget that.
Like, what a
Yeah, never mind. We're moving forward.
what a pussy move
Yeah.
to then be like, all right, never mind, guys. That was a bad idea. Then they go all in on Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart gives them a little pushback, and they're like, oh, okay, and they don't even have a host. And now another thing happened. What happened this week?
So this week they announced, they were like, okay, so just for timing wise, and it always runs a little bit long, we're gonna, instead of televise a couple of the awards, like the categories, we're gonna just have them play during the commercial break.
Yeah.
And so you'd think it'd be a couple of the awards that you're always like, who the fuck cares about this one? But they picked some really big ones.
Yeah.
They picked best cinematography. They're like, we're not going to show it.
Yeah.
And for anyone in the film industry, it's like, what are you talking about? That's half of it.
That's like the biggest award.
Yeah.
That's like the best skill.
So there was that, and then there was like hair, makeup, something else, which like to me, but like that's still like a big part of everything. And then the third one was live action short, which no one gives a shit about.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can lose live action short, and honestly, cut sound mixing, sound editing. I'm tired of having that conversation.
Yeah. Yep.
What's the difference between sound mixing and sound editing?
We will never know. No one knows.
Just shut up.
It's like
I don't care.
But
Does it exist? I don't know.
What's so great is, so they said that,
Yeah.
and people complained.
Yeah.
And now it's back.
It's back, baby. They changed their minds.
Like, everybody's like, who's running the Oscars? I'll tell you who's running the Oscars. We're running the Oscars.
the people.
Whatever public opinion is, that's just what it's going to be.
Yeah. But so we haven't really seen a lot of the movies. I'm not really looking forward to them. So we don't do the Oscars. We used to like go through like who we think should win each one. And it's like I don't fucking know. Maybe the favorite. People said it's good. I don't know.
I only have strong feelings about Sam Elliott.
I didn't
Outside
see
of
it.
that, who gives a shit?
Exactly. It's the same Elliott Awards. But so we have our version of the Academy Awards called the Poolies. And they're a little bit different because we're a little bit different.
A lot more prestigious.
A lot more prestigious. Something that you'd actually put, if we actually had awards, you would put it on your mantle, like unlike Oscars, which most people hide away in their garages.
It's embarrassing.
I think a lot of them get left behind.
They do.
They just get left out on tables.
The
and stuff.
janitor
Yeah.
sweeping up just puts all the awards in a big bag.
And they get recycled the next year.
yeah.
They get smelted down.
Yeah. And then remade into the same thing.
Yeah.
So we got some categories. Should I run through the categories first, or should we just go
Yeah,
one by one?
let's go through the categories real quick.
So the list of categories, we have like 5 or 6. We have the first category is I didn't see it, but I know it sucked.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
first award.
This goes to the movie that
Yeah.
we didn't see.
No, we haven't seen him.
But I know for a fact it fucking sucks.
I know it's terrible. Yeah. The second award is the Cot Needs New Shorts Award, which pretty self-explanatory. But we like action. We want action. We want just ass kicking. Just what movie kicked the most ass?
This award goes to the movie where we walked into the theater and just said, "Holy potatoes!"
Yeah.
Yep.
That's badass.
What a picture.
We dubbed this genre of movie action porn
Yes.
a little while
Exactly.
ago. So what action porn got you the most off?
Yes,
There you go.
exactly. The next category would be movie that pissed me off the most. And that one's one of my favorites because every now and then we walk in a movie and it's like, fuck that movie. Like
Yeah.
if Mother was this year,
Yep.
it would be like, ooh, you won that one.
Yeah.
It was insulting. You stole time from me.
Yeah, exactly. Next category we have is movie that we will watch the most times for the rest of our life.
Yes, this is I think actually what
Probably the
you
best
could argue
category.
is our best picture of the year.
Yeah.
What is the movie that will be on HBO or Netflix and we will just constantly be going back to
We
it?
will choose to see it.
Remember the Titans and Ocean's 11 and Ocean's 13 and Ocean's 12.
Movies in that echelon.
Yeah.
Okay.
What are those for?
Yeah.
But there are certain movies that are like, I'm trying to think, what are the movies that
Can go on whenever.
where it's like we watch it,
Curse the Black Pearl.
but I don't watch it that
We
much.
used to watch that a ton.
Like,
That
what's a
would
movie
be
that-
like I'd have to like really hold off, but I'd watch it in like 3-month intervals. Where
Yeah.
it's like I gotta see it.
We'll
gotta watch it
watch
again.
The Dark Knight every month or two. We'll watch The Departed every month or two.
Yeah,
Like
that's
there are
a
certain
hit.
movies that come up a
Godfather
lot.
2 we watch a lot.
Yeah.
We do watch that a
Which
lot.
is right on. It's a fucking it's top 3 movie.
There's
I'm
a
saying
certain
it's not.
mood. There's a mood that we're in where like I want to look back at what it was like in the I want to look back at what it was like in like the 1910s. in Little Italy.
Next category is the it wasn't that bad category. And this might be one of my favorites because it's not, I don't think any of these movies are bad that we're naming. It's just people say they were bad. And then it's like, no, I like that movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That could be said for a lot of the movies in all the categories, except for the I know it fucking sucked.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the final category was this year.
Yeah.
And it's about movies where it seems like they were put out years ago.
I thought that was 2015.
Yeah. But it was 2018. So let's start from the top. First award, like we said, I didn't see it, but I know it sucked award. And the nominees are Widows, Maze Runner, The Death Cure, Annihilation, A Wrinkle in Time, Mortal Engines, and Robin Hood. We got some real clunkers in this one. Some real losers.
And I ain't seen any of them.
I haven't either. How do we want to go? You want to go me first?
Yeah, you go first.
All right. Of these movies, and there are a lot. We threw on Mortal Engines the other day for 15, 20 minutes and turned it off. That was bad.
Also, just to explain the rules, we basically each say who our winner is.
Yes.
If your movie, we assume that the people who did all these movies are listening. If your movie gets like one vote, you win a Poolie.
Yeah.
But if you get all 3 votes, you do get the Grand Poolie, and that is the most prestigious award. It doesn't happen most years.
Yeah, it doesn't happen a lot.
Most of the time, it doesn't happen.
Prestigious.
It's a pretty big bundle of things you get.
Yeah.
Not only do you get to take home the award, there's some sexual favors.
There's
some,
prestige, obviously, but there's also gift baskets included.
Yeah. I'm gonna
a hell of an edible arrangement.
for this award. I'm gonna go Widows.
Edible arrangement. They're just sending fruit.
I think Widows. I've not seen it. I think that movie looks absolutely terrible. So I'm gonna go Widows.
Who's the girl and who's the main lady?
Viola
in Widows?
Davis.
Viola Davis.
Anytime she's in something, I'm like, this is gonna be. I'm gonna hate this movie.
The one movie I really dig by her is The Help, and she came out and said, "I regret doing The Help."
Yeah.
Exactly.
So Viola Davis, why don't you go somewhere?
Whatever her career choices are usually movies that I would be like, no, don't make that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with A Wrinkle in Time.
Yeah, it's a good one. That was between that and Widows.
Ooh, I'm excited.
A Wrinkle in Time. They brought Oprah back onto the big screen.
They made her blonde.
And it was a lot of people who had those long nails.
Yes, I hate those.
It drives me bananas.
As soon as they released the poster of this movie, it's like 3 or 4 really famous actresses, and they all have completely different colored hair than they usually do.
And the nails. You're right with the nails.
And it was like, and it's Oprah, it's Reese Witherspoon,
and
is
she's
Helena
redhead.
Bonham Carter. Is she the third?
Let me look up A Wrinkle in Time. A Wrinkle in Time.
Every now and again, I find her really attractive. Am I nuts for that?
You are absolutely insane.
Every now
if
and
you find
again.
Helen, yes, you're nuts.
I find
no,
her
it's Mindy
crazy
Kaling.
attractive.
Exactly. Or even worse.
It was Mindy Kaling.
And you see the 3 of
She
them.
looks ridiculous.
You see the 3 of them, and you think, okay, guaranteed box office
Yeah, hits.
success.
You think money.
But if you have those nails, what you're basically saying is, I'll come with you grocery shopping, and I'll put a lot of stuff in the cart, but there's no way I'm gonna help carry the
I'm
bags
not carrying shit.
I can't. I have handicapped myself by fashion choice.
Day to day, that's got to get in your way. I can't see the pros to it.
Oh my God.
Other than like scratching your scalp. Like, I don't know.
Dude, the pictures of this movie look absolutely insane. They all have like jewelry, or like their faces are like bedazzled. Anyways, yeah.
So Wrinkle in Time, a good case to be made there.
Yeah.
I actually went the other way here, guys. I went Maze Runner, The Death Cure.
Death Cure.
Now, granted, I've never seen any of the Maze Runners. Never had even a sliver of interest to go at that. But I know from the Hunger Games arc that if we're on movie, this has got to be 3 or 4 of the Maze Runner deal. One, we can't still be in the maze.
No.
Because how the fuck have we been telling a story this long if we're still in the maze?
Right. They're out of the maze.
I think they got out.
Yeah.
Oh, so
you're right.
So
but
they
I don't
gotta
know.
be. Yeah, they gotta be out of the maze. So then it's like, well, then are we just having these kids lead a revolution against
that's where it
this
is.
dystopian thing that put these kids? What the? No, I don't need to see the movie. I know it sucked.
Yeah,
I
terrible.
know it sucked.
Yeah.
I also love The Death Cure.
But tell me,
it's a cure to death.
tell me,
You'll live forever. Right? Just what a stupid.
What a dope title though. At the same time, Spider-Man, turn off the fucking dark,
Yeah,
dude.
that's a great title.
Turn off the dark. We got
It sounds
Bono
like
to do it.
a fucking Halo 3 mode.
Death Cure.
Like Slayer,
Yeah.
Death Cure.
Isn't there a part of you though, New, that really hopes that movie's fucking dope?
So the first one I thought maybe.
Yeah.
And then they casted it and I was like, meh, you got the
I heard
We're
the
the
first one
Millers
was
kid.
good.
I just
You
don't
guys
need
didn't
it.
see- I thought I saw the first one with you.
No, you
Oh,
said
no,
you
I
said it was
didn't see
good.
it.
Though,
I
right?
think I saw it with Mikey.
You did.
And
like
by the
high
way,
school.
I bet the first one has a chance. I bet it does.
It's not very good.
I know the Death Cure
I'm shocked
sucks.
you haven't seen it. I'm shocked you haven't seen it.
It's usually up my alley.
Yeah.
It's not very good, and I guarantee you it sucks. I'm with you.
Yeah.
But there's a part of me that hopes that's like maybe it's the dopest movie ever.
Yeah.
It's called Maze Runner: The Death Cure. What if it lives up to that name? Just as Spider-Man: Turn Off the Dark totally did.
It was terrible.
You know, it was awful.
That came out the same time the original Maze Runner came out was Divergent. And so it was like,
Yes.
I just went, okay, I'm over it. Teenagers aren't fucking leading.
Well, they got the girl from Secret Life of American Teenager, and it's like, sister, if you're not pregnant at 13, then I have no interest in watching
Get off my
your
screen.
story.
Get off my
Get
screen,
back on
please.
ABC Family.
Yeah. Now Freeform.
Now Freeform.
Get back on Freeform.
Yeah.
And yeah, so hey, congrats to those 3 movies. You all won Poolies.
I liked Widows too, by the way, because we don't
Widows.
have the balls to pull it off.
Yeah, I told you. I've said this a million times.
I
but
laughed out loud.
The plot is they have 2 days to steal all this money, and in the trailer, one of the days it looks like they're working out and training to fight. You've missed that.
Yeah.
You don't have time.
You have
I
now
get in shape.
17 hours.
Let me explain to you a little something.
They're hitting a punching bag.
For the people that don't understand why that's so ridiculous, let me explain a little something to you. If you work out a ton, you're not just strong the next day.
I don't know,
In fact,
Jack.
you're
weaker.
sore.
Yeah.
You're fatigued.
You can't just like do a bunch of bench presses. It's not like a video game where you then skip time and you've seen the
Yeah,
game.
it's not Grand Theft Auto San Andreas or
Yeah.
whatever. It's not the or Miami Vice City. It's just Vice City,
Well-
where you can go to the gym and then you walk out and you're a massive person.
Yeah.
I'm imagining the Black Panther suit where
Yes.
it's like
Yes.
whatever damage you take on, then you have to distribute.
You mean the greatest cheat code in the history of movies?
Where it's like, hit him that hard, good. You just gave him that hit now to use on you.
Yeah.
In
Good
Infinity
call.
War, anytime Black Panther gets down, I'm so confused. It's like, I thought your armor, it's if you get hit, then they get hit. I don't. It's only sometimes.
Why don't
Only
you have your
sometimes that
gen-
happens.
Why don't you have your genius sister just fix everything?
Only sometimes that happens.
Because
Anyway,
she's in the lab trying to get the stone.
Yeah.
By the way, fucking get on your horse, lady.
Yeah.
We're buying you time. You blew it.
They're all on walkie-talkie
You blew
too.
it.
They're all on constant walkie-talkie.
Vision did his part, though.
Yeah. Well, Vision always does his part.
next award, the Cot Needs New Shorts Award. This one, we have seen all these movies, and they're all fucking awesome.
God, this one's a tough one.
This
This
one's
is
great. So this one just, what movie kicked the fucking most ass? Number 1, Skyscraper. Nominated number 2, The Meg. 3, Infinity War. 4, The Predator, because that movie did kick fucking ass.
there's a giant predator.
Yeah, it's like 7 feet tall.
There's predator dogs.
Number 5, Mission Impossible Fallout, which I was saying to you guys earlier. I did not realize it is Mission: Impossible - Fallout.
A lot of punctuation going on there. A lot of punctuation.
You gotta be specific. And then number
No,
6.
it's gotta be like Mission: Impossible - Fallout, comma, Volume 2.
And
The
then,
Michael Scott story,
The
as
last
told by Dwight.
nominee, the last nominee is Rampage, which it's hilarious that Rampage isn't the clear winner of this movie when the plot of Rampage is we have an alligator, a wolf, and a gorilla the size of skyscrapers.
Yeah.
And that is not, I don't think it's going to win.
And
But
you have Dwayne, who himself is kind of skyscraper-esque.
oh, he's the size of a skyscraper.
Signing.
I'm worried.
And then we have a movie called Skyscraper.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
I'm worried. I think that if there was more people voting,
Yeah.
and if it was a one winner, what I would say is don't bet on Skyscraper or Rampage because I think they're going to cannibalize each other's votes.
Yeah.
I think they're going to split it just as the Thin Red Line and Saving Private Ryan did, and that's how we got Shakespeare in Love to win.
But I also think that around this
99.
table we might all vote for the same thing. I don't know. But my vote for here, I think
Can we say it all at the same time if you think we're all going to say the same thing?
Yeah, but I don't know if we are. I think we will. 3, 2, 1.
The Meg.
Skyscraper.
Okay.
Damn it.
Ah!
Damn it.
Hey,
Shoot.
the Meg.
The Meg almost got a grand pool.
Yeah.
So
But
close.
I'm happy we did that because it was that
Yeah.
was honest because if I had said the
And
Meg,
by the way,
Harrison,
new,
Meg,
you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Skyscraper has the most of the whole year. I still stand by.
I'll give my quick bullet points. You guys aren't wrong either.
No, I love Skyscraper.
I think Skyscraper had the most unrealistic but most awesome move ever, where Dwayne the Johnson, Dwayne the Rock Johnson is hanging from his fake leg because he only has one leg in the movie.
Yeah.
And he somehow swings himself up and then grabs onto his leg using his. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Just
Oh,
raw core strength.
You can't even
He
visualize
cores it out.
No, I can't forget a scene like that.
It defies
incredible.
gravity and logic.
It's incredible. But yeah, I think the Meg, just the size, and spoiler alert, you think one shark's the big shark, and then you realize that's the baby shark.
There's
and
always a bigger fish.
there's always a bigger fish. The amount of people falling off boats combined with Jason Statham dodging the shark in his little underwater craft to Jason Statham going down the sea as fast as he can, not worrying about the pressure and causing nosebleeds and fatigue. This movie is just the most badass movie I've ever seen. So,
dude, the movie is like just one big Imagine Dragons soundtrack.
It is.
It is just like
radioactive.
Yeah. It's time to begin. You know,
Let my demons cry. Yeah, that's the kind of
and the thunder, lightning and the thunder. Yeah, no, the Meg was fantastic. Jason Statham playing Jason Statham. Fantastic diver, fantastic swimmer, sharks, bigger sharks, giant squids, submarines, set in China.
People
it has
sacrificing
all
themselves.
the makings.
Yeah, it's really awesome.
Really cool.
For Skyscraper, I really only submit to you one sequence of events, and that is
the jump.
Right before the jump too, though. It's the whole climbing up.
Yeah, the climbing.
The guy summits 250 floors of fucking
crane
construction scaffolding
faster than you could walk
with a prosthetic leg in what feels like 4 minutes of screen time.
Yeah. And I think 4 minutes of real time.
And then gets to the top and does a fucking distance jump of what looks like
30 feet.
Yeah, no, I'd go more. I'd go 30 yards. I'd go 90 feet.
Yeah,
which would shatter all worldwide records.
Yeah. And with a prosthetic leg. He's an amputee.
Now, with parents, with kids under extreme circumstances, they have been known to have superhuman abilities.
Cars and stuff. So imagine what's a parent who's built like The Rock. Imagine what they could do. Has anybody tested that? Obviously, you can't test that. But like they say, like a mom can like lift up a car when her kid's underneath it.
Yeah.
What if the mom is The Rock? Like, what could that mom lift?
That was a big plot line for the movie Split.
Yeah.
Where it was like basically like because parents can do that, like your mental capacity has the ability to transform your physical power.
Ooh, I like that.
Like you have
Split was kind of cool, but it was mostly terrible.
It was mostly terrible.
But like that was a cool. You're right. That was a cool part.
We had far too much home drama going on.
Yeah, but that is a cool part where they're like, that's like the bad guy James McAvoy's thing. It's like he can channel that part of his body where it's like, oh, we all can do it, but we can't get in there mentally. So I don't know. I feel like The Rock. I mean,
what could he do? Next stage of evolution.
He might be able to pick up instead of a car, maybe a yacht above his head, something like that.
It's a yacht.
I want to put it past him.
It's a yacht. It's not a boat.
I want to put it past The Rock. I could see him doing that with the yacht.
Throwing a yacht, perhaps. Yeah. We'll see. We'll get that. We'll make sure that happens. But hey, congratulations to the Mag and Skyscraper and all the other nominees. By the way, this is a great category.
This is a great.
Just to be nominated.
It's a real
the nomination alone.
Privilege. Yeah. All right. Next category, we have movies that pissed us off the most. So these would be movies that we saw or we just know would piss us off the most. The nominees are first up, First Man, which is great because a lot of people like that movie, and I was infuriated throughout the entire time. Number 2, Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. Number 3, Solo: A Star Wars Story. Number 4, A Wrinkle in Time,
which we haven't seen.
Yeah, we can't.
And number 5, Bohemian Rhapsody. And again, this is another one you should just to be nominated just goes to show you how much you really pissed us off.
Yeah.
Like I am really pissed off at all of these movies.
Yeah.
Thank you for wasting.
Besides A Wrinkle in Time, there's been a rant about every one of these movies this year.
Fuck all these
me
movies.
for days.
Really pissed me off.
And still kind of does.
Yeah. This one is a tough one for me because my pick might be a little. I don't think it's what you guys are going to pick. I almost want to go. You want to go first, Jack?
I think Jack and I are going to have the same one.
First Man?
First Man.
So First Man really drove me fucking nuts. I really, really hated it.
Hated it.
Because, and I'll tell you why. The like Jurassic World, A Wrinkle in Time, what were the other ones?
Solo, Star Wars Story, and Bohemian Rhapsody.
Solo and Bohemian Rhapsody. Those movies all pissed me off too, but they didn't think they were better than me.
Okay.
First Man thought the First Man movie was very condescending towards me specifically.
It thought very little of you. Yeah.
It thought I was trash, and it was talking down to me.
Yeah.
And it was basically saying, here's Ryan Gosling being quiet and moody.
Respect it.
And here's him looking up at the sky for about 5 minutes straight.
Well, that's where the moon
silent.
is.
And they were saying, fuck you, this is what good stuff is. And if you don't agree, you're an idiot. And so that's why I hate First Man, and I hate it.
And do you agree, Neil Heisel?
I agree wholeheartedly. I thought Claire Foy was awfully judgy of me. I thought
it's just like the whole.
I thought she was great.
It's just like the whole time they were just like
top to bottom. Show me his whole fucking head.
Yeah.
Don't just give me his fucking countenance and his eyes and tell me okay. Just and the shaky thing. and there were maybe
the shaky thing.
that script had to be fucking 60 pages long.
Yeah, 45, I heard.
I mean, golly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just
and they could have saved it just by showing the stuff that everybody bought the ticket to
Like
see.
the spaceship from the outside flying.
Like-
We never saw that.
Like any of the space stuff.
Any of the
ever.
space stuff, show it to us. Don't
Yeah.
just show him in a claustrophobic space and then like as if we put a GoPro on the side of the spaceship. That's what it was. So we like see one wing or like the rudder. It's like, show me the fucking, what are we doing? This is a
and
movie.
maybe most so. Don't, with almost no information, try to insinuate to me that maybe the greatest American hero ever, Neil Armstrong, was a terrible dad.
Yes,
Yeah,
don't
please
do
don't
that.
Get the fuck out of
Get outta
here.
Please don't do that.
That's not my Neil.
Don't go read someone's just diary page and assume some shit. That was horse shit.
And we said it when we left the movie. If that was real, which I don't think it is, if that was the story of Neil Armstrong, should have made a movie about it.
Yeah.
Not worth a movie.
Not worth a movie.
Not worth a movie. My pick, and I agree, First Man pissed me off a lot. I gotta go Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom.
Yeah.
Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom, I thought was so freaking stupid. Just with what could have been. That's what pissed me off. The first one, okay, there's a lot of, is that really what we're doing? Is that what
We're
would
going
do?
the bigger T-Rex,
You know
the
what I mean?
scarier,
Is that is kind of unrealistic? Even
Apex
though,
predator.
but the whole thing's unrealistic. So I can't get mad at that
Yeah.
they're making this dinosaur thing and they're ruining everything, and not learning from the past 3 movies. Go for it. You set up a pretty sweet situation of all the dinosaurs are still on the island. We have dinosaurs alive. What's going to happen? And then the second half of the movie, you have all these dinosaurs in a house. The whole movie's in a house.
Wait, what?
You,
I didn't see
you
it.
didn't
Oh,
see this?
yeah.
That's spoiling to you. The second half of the movie, it's like this guy who's like basically John Hammond's partner's assistant.
John Hammond kind of sounds like John Hamm.
Does.
Yeah. Hey.
Does.
How about that?
You know what it sounds like? You're saying John Hamm and
Yeah. I was like, does John Hamm play him?
John Hamm and John Hammond.
John Hamm could have played him.
Yeah, he could have. But it's like John Hammond's brother or partner's assistant who is now like, I'm going to sell the dinosaurs. That's the thing. I should say spoiler alert. But he's like, I'm going to sell them. So they bring all the dinosaurs. They rescue them, quote unquote, and bring them to his house and basically put them in his garage. These fucking massive dinosaurs. He's got a big house apparently.
Yeah.
And then they have like black market people
Like
come
an
and
auction.
buy them.
Yes, I remember you guys
For
explaining
amounts
this.
of money so little that it's I don't know how much a dinosaur's
The
worth.
T-Rex went for like $30 million. I
remember-
was like, get the. Colin Kaepernick's making $30 million from Nike right now. What are we talking about?
I remember us talking about this now, and I remember saying it sounds like the people who wrote it didn't know how high numbers could go.
They didn't know. They didn't know.
And
that
they were like,
numbers
let's
could go
just
higher.
start a crazy number, like 30 million.
Yeah, it's like this Stegosaurus is going to go
Yeah.
for $2.5
It's
million.
like fucking
Are you kidding me?
Dr. Evil, like trying to
Yeah.
threaten the
Yeah,
U.S.
yeah.
government would be like, for $1 million.
Exactly.
Like, okay. Done.
So that's what just pissed me off is Jurassic. Like for some reason, the Jurassic Park movies are the only movies that are allowed to have dinosaurs. I don't know why, but those are the rules for some reason. And I love who doesn't love dinosaurs? So I want more dinosaur movies. And this one, you had everything. You had all the opportunities. You got Chris Pratt. He's the hot guy. You got that redhead gal. She's great. I like the young black kid who's along for the ride. He's in Detective
great.
Pikachu. He's awesome.
He's great.
And you blew it. You pissed me off and you blew it. So
I'll
there we
tell
go.
you what really pissed me off about that movie. The entire trailer and the opening scene
Yeah.
would make you think it's all going to be about that fucking giant shark, alligator, fishy thing.
And the
that they
volcano,
had.
yeah.
Yeah. And that thing had 5 seconds of screen time.
Yeah.
And then the last part, like, remember that surfing scene where
Yeah.
the guys are surfing and they show you that in the wave? That's a 2 seconds at the very end of the
2
movie.
second, yeah.
To be like, by the way, the dinosaurs are out there now. It's like, God damn it.
Again?
Why am I here then? I would have skipped it to go to 3.
I've pitched on this podcast before my idea, right? Jurassic Ocean.
Yes, it's great.
Yeah, that's the idea.
That's the win.
I don't get why Jurassic World is following in literally the exact same footsteps as the original series.
Yeah.
Because it sounds exactly like number 2.
Yeah.
Right? Like in the
Similar.
third one, is William H. Macy and Tia Leone gonna come in and be like, "Hey,
I hope so, by the
We're adventurer husband and wife. We want to go on vacation." And it turns out no, they've been divorced forever, and their son landed in this island, and they need somebody to help find him.
In a parasailing accident.
Parasailing accident with his mom's new boyfriend.
Yeah.
Is that what's gonna happen?
I hope so, by the way. It's a great movie.
Honestly, remake that one
Great
shot for
movie.
shot.
That
Love
one's
that
good.
movie.
Same
Yeah.
cast.
J3 was pretty dang good.
Dude, it was
Shot for shot.
great. You got the whole birdcage scene. It's awesome. But yeah, hey, congrats to another category just to be nominated. It's good for you, but congrats to First Man and Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. We got three more categories. Movie that we will watch the most times for the rest of our life.
I think we agree here.
I think we agree here too.
What is it?
Nominees are Avengers: Infinity War, Blockers, Incredibles 2, and Crazy Rich Asians. Let's on three this one.
Give me a second.
Really?
Well, no, yeah, I got to think what I would watch the most.
Okay.
Because I have to think about what I'm going to be like for the rest of my life. I might be totally different.
Who's the man you want to be?
But you'll be totally different. You have to think about
What differences?
Yeah.
What are the changes you're going to make this afternoon?
Yeah.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, cool. Should we go one by one or all three?
We can do all three.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Blockers. Blockers gets the grand
Blockers
Poolie.
wins the grand.
And I thought it might. I thought
I
it
had a
might.
feeling.
Yeah.
I was between Blockers and Avengers Infinity
Same.
War. Here's why
It's
I
the
chose
first one,
Blockers.
not the second one. Is that why? I thought about that too.
Yes.
I was like,
Because-
I never watched Harry Potter: Deathly Hallows Part 1.
Dude,
ever. It
That's
sucks.
exactly why.
Yeah.
That is literally exactly
Did you think
why.
Harry Potter?
No, I thought of
Almost exactly.
I thought of the earlier Avengers, where it's like I don't
yeah.
watch Avengers 1 anymore, even
No.
though I
No.
used to watch it a ton. Because the thing is, like, what movie have I seen the most this year? Probably Avengers Infinity War. I've probably
Yeah.
watched it like 6 times.
6 or 7.
Right?
Easy.
But I think that, like, in my lifetime, I'm going to see it a total of, like, 18 times
Yeah.
throughout my entire life.
Yeah.
Because after a while, I'm just going to be watching part 2.
Yeah, Part 2. Oh.
Interesting.
But yeah, Blockers. A lot of people didn't like this movie. This movie was the funniest movie of the year.
Funniest
I'm gonna
movie of the
stamp
year.
That
Not
for
even
sure.
close.
Definitely funniest.
I couldn't
movie.
even give you the silver medal.
I don't even know.
It might
either.
have cannibalized the entire podium.
Yeah.
And it's one where every line, big or small, is funny, so you can rewatch it and it's still good.
Yeah.
And it's just perfect in the background. You don't need to know about the plot.
I can't even say it enough. If you haven't seen Blockers, go see Blockers.
Yeah.
It's the funniest movie of the year. When we're done with this podcast, let's watch.
Let's watch Blockers.
I'm in. So
I would have loved to. I would have loved to watch Blockers.
Have we mentioned that we watched it 2 nights ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, we haven't.
But I
But
don't think we did.
John Cena's just running around in a fucking ironed button-down shirt and some nice khaki shorts.
they crush his. Here's the big how they crush his character's outfit. It's a long flannel tucked into khaki shorts.
Yeah.
Which is the funniest thing ever.
Right.
Which, by the way, New, can we talk about how since this is I'm not gonna have a chance to ask you about this since you're not gonna be on the pod for a little bit. You have a thing where you can't wear 2 short sleeve things, right?
Yeah, no, it makes me uncomfortable.
So you have to wear a long sleeve. Yeah.
Regardless of what I'm doing, if I'm wearing pants, and I can actually go long sleeve. What I can't do is go short sleeve.
My question.
So
to
if I'm
you
wearing
is,
shorts, I need a long sleeve t-shirt.
my question is to you: how do you exercise?
Long sleeve tee.
Most of the time, long sleeve t-shirts. Occasionally, I'll go sweats and a regular t-shirt.
You can't go shorts and a t-shirt.
Cannot go shorts and t-shirt.
99.99%.
And occasionally, there are times, the laundry gets backed up and you got to make exceptions. But generally, I try to stick to that.
I don't think I've ever seen you in short sleeve shorts.
That's just so
Yeah.
crazy to me.
It's just
Yeah.
I feel
You notice it.
like a boy.
You notice it.
I totally get it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because you do look like a boy.
you
when
feel
do that.
just kind of like a little boy.
I mean, weird thing about me, I don't wear shorts except for when I'm exercising. Ever.
Yeah.
Because
well, I hate
I'm
my
an
knees.
adult.
In your calves.
My calves. No, I don't.
He's got scary calves.
I forget who said it, but it was either real life or it was in a movie. But there was somebody. It was one or the other. It was somebody said, they were like, why aren't you wearing shorts? And he was like, because I'm an adult.
Yeah, I think that's a movie.
And for some reason in my head, it's like, yeah, I'm an adult. I don't wear shorts.
Yeah.
I don't
it
wear.
shocks me when people wear shorts to work because we
Yeah.
work in an industry where you could wear shorts. Like no one's
Yeah.
gonna.
Shorts to
We're
a
not
bar.
wearing suits and ties.
What are you doing?
Yeah, shorts to a bar.
What are you doing?
Get out of here. Unless you got like Josh Brolin calves or something.
Yeah.
Like, get out of here.
One of the times, like in the last year, my knee was really, really bad. And so I put on my big knee brace and I wore shorts because otherwise it's like kind of uncomfortable. And I went to work and, most people are like, oh, shorts guy.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even tell you how uncomfortable I was being in shorts around professionals.
Yeah.
Yeah, no way.
You can't be wearing shorts and make decisions.
No, God, no.
You can't like open up a Google spreadsheet wearing shorts. It just doesn't
work.
add up.
You can't click. It just
Yeah.
doesn't work.
That's why they get nothing done south of the Mason-Dixon line.
Yeah.
I'll also point out temperature has nothing to do with that.
Yeah.
When I factor in, like in a workout scenario,
Yeah.
shorts, long sleeve, whatever the hell, does not matter at all. Never once has that even crossed my mind.
Which is interesting because that's usually how people decide.
Usually,
the,
yeah.
The fact
It's all how it feels on my body,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't like both exposed elbows and knees.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, another weird thing about me, I can't wear long sleeve shirts.
Yeah,
which
you
is
can't.
interesting.
You don't.
Yeah.
I
only
lean
wear
long sleeve. Yeah,
shirts,
I lean
I
long
way
sleeve.
more long sleeve than short sleeve.
The only long sleeve shirts that I ever wear are the like sort of elasticy ones, like kind of like
They're like thermals almost.
You can wear them and push them up.
I can wear them.
Sleeves.
I can wear them and push them up, but it's it's the elasticy ones, and it's just range of movement.
Yeah.
Like if I wear a long sleeve shirt, I feel like my elbows are constrained, and I fucking hate it.
That was always my thing with shoes, where it's like I need to be wearing sneakers because if not, what if I have to run? What if someone's chasing me all of a sudden?
Why do you think I only wear Lululemon pants?
What are you talking about? I gotta be able to move.
And that's helped me in the past.
Yeah, when people chase you, yeah.
When people are after me, I can run away.
You can run away to other people that they're chasing.
No, but running
can't.
Running through airports.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I am a gazelle in an airport because I have full range of motion.
Yeah.
This is a tangent.
Yeah. We got more categories. So that was blockers. That was the winner. Congrats to that. They're very rare Grand Poolie, so good for you. Oh, yeah, 2 more categories. The next one was, it wasn't that bad, which really should be called, this. Like, people didn't like it, but I liked it.
Yeah.
That's what it should be. You know what I mean? And this one's kind of a stretch, too, but you got Ready Player One, which it like did well, but people did not like. Like it was overall, it was not a hit. There's a reason we're not talking about it. The Predator, which we saw and we really liked, and the Cloverfield Paradox, which I don't know if you guys saw. I really liked it. This might just be a bit for me category.
Dude, this is a tough category too because pretty much all the movies that we've talked about could go into this category.
Yeah.
Like literally, other than Avengers: Infinity War, I don't think that there's a single movie we've discussed that wasn't panned by critics.
I guess you're right. This category doesn't make much sense. Like
why
we could
isn't
put
the
in the Meg and
Skyscraper? Why are they in the...
I guess I just wanted to give an award to the Predator. I feel like
because we all agree it's the Predator, right?
Yeah. I really like the Predator.
The Predator was great.
Predator's
Sterling K.
great.
Brown, that guy was fucking aces.
Predator was dope.
Yeah, I've watched it a couple times since it's on.
Okay, so we're not going to vote on this one. Let's just the Predator.
Let's give the
This is
Predator
the
award.
Predator, yeah.
Okay, good. I just wanted to give them.
Yeah.
No one talks about it.
Because by the way, the Predator deserves hardware.
Yeah, it does.
That's some bullshit.
It's a great movie. It's funny and it's action packed. It's
Okay, so we're shooting the Predator.
family fun. So hey, Predator, congrats! You win your own award.
And
No title.
you weren't that bad.
Yeah, exactly. And this last award actually is right about the same alley because it only has one nominee. But that was this year. The award goes to the one nominee, which is Tag. Tag was this year.
It was this year.
I wrote that down. I was like, what other movies? None of them. Just Tag.
This year, Jeremy Renner did an entire movie without the use of his arms.
Yeah.
They just green screened some sleeves on him.
And made us think that fucking Hannibal Buress and Ed Helms could be friends with John Hamm.
Yeah.
And fucking Jake Johnson.
And Jake Johnson. That's
Jake
a friend
Johnson
group.
and John Hamm are in the same friend
And
group.
if you're a
Fuck outta
smoker,
here.
you're always smoking.
And what were-
Indoor, outdoor, does not
Don
matter.
fucking
How
Draper
appropriate.
and Nick from New Girl are friends.
Yep.
Yeah, right.
And when we were coming up with the nominee for this category,
The nominee.
we were like, what the fuck, Tag? It was this year?
Yeah.
The more I think about it, it's like, you know what? If you go think back on it, we've talked about Tag like 6 times throughout this year.
I know.
Just it feels like it was years ago.
Doesn't that feel like it was years ago?
It does.
Feels like it was just like it. You look at Tag and you think 2016.
Yes, 100%.
You think Trump's making his run, 2016.
Yeah, Tag.
That was what the year was.
That was the year.
Yeah.
Those
That's
are
what
big
goes in the
things
time
going on.
capsule.
That's what goes into it.
Yeah. Hey, those were some good pulleys.
Yeah.
That was a good year for the Bullies.
Tag. And where were these friends from? Spokane, Washington.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Just
That's
lovely.
right.
And the only reason I know that is I won a 3-on-3 basketball tournament in Spokane once.
You did.
Hoop Fest, the largest 3-on-3 basketball tournament in the world.
Ooh, everybody look at news.
I won it. I won it.
I can't
play
wear
basketball.
shorts and not see shirts.
Seriously.
I knew.
I did then. And I was
Shit.
splashing threes. Splashing. Not a
Hey.
shooter, actually. Did not.
Great year for the Poolies. Good award season. I think these are the real awards.
I think we can all agree these are the real
Yeah,
ones.
right? I think.
So there's an app called Cameo. Do you guys know about that app?
Yes, it's fantastic.
Cameo is great. So I'm really considering, because we also have the Pool of Fame,
Yeah.
which we haven't inducted anybody
It's tough to get in.
into yet, because it's really hard to get in.
Stuff
Well,
to
there's
get
a
in.
couple that, like, when we built the awards,
Well,
like,
no, there's a couple that we know.
Taffer was in there.
No, he's not in there. We
Like,
just,
we built the hall around
we
him.
just know that he's first ballot.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
we know him. We know McGwire.
Mark
McGwire. Sorry, guys, for the people who don't remember the.
If I recall, it ends up being, of our 10, 8 of them are baseball players.
8 of them are baseball players who did test positive for steroids.
Craig
multiple
Biggio,
times, yeah.
Mark McGwire,
Between 98 and 2003.
Yeah, Rafael Palmeiro.
Ichiro Suzuki,
There's a couple guys.
Alex Arod.
But anyway, Cameo. John Taffer's on Cameo.
Wow.
And I really am considering paying to have him just say what an honor it is to be the first ever member of the inductee in the Pool of Fame.
Jack, I think that's a must.
I know, but here's
That
why.
goes to the top of the list.
I didn't. I waited though because when I was gonna do it, there was like recently a Cameo thing where I think it might have been Brett Favre.
Oh yeah, he got in trouble.
He got in trouble because
People were just getting him to say like super racist shit, but like subliminally.
yeah, like subliminal
He got
racist
duped.
shit.
He got duped.
And I think there are a lot of people who now like they won't say anything about their opinions. So like we can't tell him to say this is great, I'm accepted into this because he doesn't know what the Pool of Fame is.
Yeah.
I'll talk to Taffer, I'll talk to his people, we'll figure it out. But I want him to I think to be in the Pool of Fame, you need to formally accept it. This is all because I really refuse to not meet Mark McGwire at some point in my life.
Yeah,
I have to meet him.
Must happen.
Mike Piazza as well.
Can you imagine what a handshake with that guy's like? The forearms alone,
Oh my God.
like his
Break
grip
your whole
strength
arm.
must
Break your
fucking
whole arm.
be
Yeah.
incredible.
His forearms are they were size 19 neck, which is bigger
Large.
than all of our necks.
His forearms.
His forearms were.
Okay.
Yeah. He was juicing, but
You got big necks.
I'm looking at your neck right now.
Yeah.
yeah.
I am too.
This is a doozy for me.
Yeah, his
Just to
forearm-
try to appreciate
his forearm.
that these were not even his biceps. These were attached to the bottom of his arms.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of scary, kind of like Popeye-ish. Speaking of Cameo, good friends and great listeners of the pod, Jack O'Brien, Sean Spazoff. Jack O'Brien got a cameo for Sean for I don't know, his birthday or something, but it was the Great Khali.
Wow.
Yeah, so great one, and it was like a minute long.
Sean.
You couldn't understand a fucking word he said.
Except for Sean.
It was like the funniest
Sean.
thing ever. All you could hear was Sean. I don't even know if you could barely hear Spazoff. But it's totally worth it. Having seen just one cameo,
Yeah.
it is 100% worth it. Even if you don't know what they're saying, it's fantastic. So we got to try it out.
They tried to give him more lines in The Longest Yard, but all we could muster up was "I play."
I play.
Yeah, I play.
I play. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. After he breaks the guy's nose. Moving on, though, we got two more segments, and they are very similar. First one is What is Dead May Never Die.
What is dead may never die.
What is dead may never die.
What is Dead May Never Die. And all that. You are not dead. You are coming back. You are very much alive. The hit tween, I'd say. Tween.
Hey, they were teens, dude.
Teen
Cool
version.
teens.
Teen version of SNL. All that, which was a huge hit from the mid-'90s to the early 2000s. We were definitely big-time fans of it. It was announced that it is coming back to Nick. Nick's arriving a bunch of shows, and one of them is All That. And Kenan Thompson is going to be the executive producer.
Love it.
Great stuff.
Yeah.
I'm just happy for the children. You know,
Yeah.
I'm happy for the teens because we got it. And now they
Dude,
got
I'm
it.
happy for sketch comedy.
Yeah. Oh, it's great stuff.
I'm gonna say this is big too, just for the future of all movies and actors and stuff.
Yep.
We have been seriously this most recent generation because there was not this thing to come out of. Like before, you had that like Mickey Mouse Club, where that gave us like Justin Timberlake
Gosling and Britney
Gosling and
Spears.
Britney Spears and all these people, and then we had the All That generation and the like Nick at Night basically generation. That then they came and crushed it. Now
we have the Disney Channel
We're stuck
generation.
with Taron Egerton and whatever
Yeah.
the fuck and all these guys who are like, we know as soon as the better guy comes, you're gone.
Yeah.
We just have to put up with you in the meantime.
Yeah.
We got Baby Driver making Billion Boys Club, whatever the hell that movie was.
Yeah.
And it's like, you guys are
so
bad.
right. You're
we
so
have
right.
we still got fucking Jonah Hill doing high school movies.
Yeah.
Because we don't have a high school kid who can bring it.
Yeah.
This is what
We're
we
waiting.
need.
We need all that.
Yeah.
We need a farm system.
Totally agree. And another great news, I'm very excited to tell you guys this because I think we're going to be pumped. They announced, obviously, like I said, All That, but they also announced a couple other shows that are coming back.
Do you want me to guess which one? Because you said there's one that we won't be able to guess.
You won't. You. I don't think you even know that it's a Nick show. That's the problem. It's not like a classic.
Okay.
They are bringing back Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? And the host will be
Jeff Foxworthy again.
John Cena. I love it. What are you guys talking about?
Get the fuck out of here. That's awesome.
Isn't that amazing?
I think I'm fired up, but I
No, you gave me a very honest,
Well,
very deliberate.
I don't know why, but my mind first
Disappointment.
goes, well, what's happened to Foxworthy? Is he okay?
Am I the only one who's concerned
Because
about Foxworthy?
what else does have? As far as I know,
Dude, Foxworthy would be fine. He's on.
Cable Guy and Ron White aren't touring anymore.
Foxworthy is
Foxworthy is-
living in a mansion somewhere.
Foxworthy is so rich, he goes on
Redneck Yacht
Shark
Club.
Tank sometimes.
Yeah, I know.
Does he
Foxworthy's
really?
good.
Yeah.
Foxworthy's good to go. Foxworthy's set. set. You know who's
Okay.
gonna be set?
Okay.
And when
John Cena.
And when he goes on Shark Tank, he's one of those celebrity guests. You know how like A-Rod will go on Shark Tank and he doesn't actually buy anything?
Yeah.
He goes on, Foxworth goes on Shark Tank. He's like, that sounds fantastic. I would love to pitch that in an infomercial.
So John Cena, though, how sweet is that?
He's gonna nail it. He's gonna absolutely nail it.
Yeah.
He's great with the kids.
He's fantastic with kids.
Like just his gigantic hands giving high fives to
Oh,
fifth graders.
done. He's gonna be picking people up.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great.
Those fifth graders, by the way, they are they're sharp.
It's kind of bullshit.
They
It's
are
total
sharp.
bullshit. We've talked about this before. The whole show, there's no way these kids know this shit.
Well, it's also like
I did not know. I know we're not the people, but like I don't think the smartest kid in my fifth grade class could answer the shit that they were answering.
But it's also like the title makes you think that it's "Are you smarter than the average fifth grader?"
Which the answer is yes.
it's
They're
definitely
fucking
yes.
11.
Yeah.
You know.
If it, otherwise, how does
Yeah.
wisdom work? But what they actually should be called is, "Are you smarter than like the 5 smartest fifth graders in the world?" And the answer is no, dude.
Nope.
They know all their capitals, like everywhere. They know capitals of towns.
Yeah.
You know they had capitals in
Yeah.
towns.
Who even knew that?
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah.
And last segment, like I said, very similar. It's a new one. It's called "I'm Back."
I'm back!
There we go. And Dane Cook is back.
Huge.
You're
Good.
right. Your boy, Jack,
Yeah.
Dane Cook, is making a comeback. He had a whole Hollywood Reporter spread, a big expose, I believe they call it. And he basically was like, you know, he had his heyday, obviously. He was like the biggest thing ever in the early 2000s, mid-2000s. He got accused of stealing jokes by some people, mainly Louis C.K., and he went out of the game for a while. He is coming back. He has a new tour starting later this year, I believe. And it's going to be a big thing. It's like, hey, Dane Cook is back. He's ripping Louis C.K. every step along the way after Louis C.K.'s missteps. And
I think it's a bold move.
very bold.
Because Louis is coming back.
I know, Louis is coming back bigger than Dane Cook.
But
But
now the question is
Also-
who comes back first?
Louis
and
C.K.
better. Louis
Dane's
C.K. or
been
Dane?
seriously dating like a 19-year-old chick.
he's,
So
I mean, look up. She's 19 or 18.
Yeah.
She's like definitely under 20.
So
which
Dane-
is kind of weird.
me glass house, go you glass house.
Yeah.
Why don't you fucking
Yeah.
stop throwing rocks?
That is true. dude.
Seriously.
Yeah.
But he had a thing that was like, you know, for everything that Louis did to me, because he's always said all Louis' accusations against him, because Louis was like, Dane Cook steals jokes. He was always like, that's absolute bullshit. But he was like, for all the things that Louis did to me, it doesn't compare to the things that he did to those women.
Yeah.
So he's going that route.
Yeah.
He's going like the.
Interesting, because Louis is about to be.
Dane.
Tell you one thing, he does not look good.
I've never gotten off the
Dane Cook
Dane.
doesn't look
train.
good?
I think Dane Cook looks bad.
Well, I think he's kind of still doing what a lot of people who are really popular in like a specific year are doing, where like they don't leave that style,
Yes.
and so he kind of still looks like.
He just clearly colors his hair, and he's got a chubby face now. He's got like a really chubby face, and he's got this. I mean, his girlfriend. This is weird.
She's young.
Dude, he's like 40 and has like grayish hair, and she's like 18. She looks like a Disney star, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Hey,
I get it.
love is love. He was the man, though. His early stand-up is like the funniest shit ever.
I have never laughed harder than
Same.
being in like 7th
See,
grade.
Yeah.
I saw Dane Cook live for Will Thomas's birthday in like 6th or 7th grade, and it was the hardest I've ever. I couldn't believe
In
that we were
person?
allowed to go.
That's
yeah,
insane,
In Baltimore, it was the most funny.
My
it was the
hood.
funniest thing ever.
Okay.
It was incredible. We should not have been able to go. It's so inappropriate.
You guys
but-
referred to Baltimore, by the way, as your guys' hood recently on a
Yeah.
past podcast.
Yeah, be more.
That is my hood.
That is your
Okay,
hood.
Yeah.
You lived somewhere for a year and a half.
Yeah.
3
6
years.
months.
All of middle school. I did puberty in Baltimore.
14
You could argue
months.
the most important years.
Do you have braces there?
I
I
never
did
had
my
braces.
time.
Okay, then don't
Baltimore.
talk to me.
I never had braces.
Then perfect. Then never talk.
I saw
Yeah.
a dentist once.
Never talk ever.
You didn't have braces. You're not from anywhere. Okay.
So get over it, okay? New, because we all are. Anyways, that is the pod. There we go. That was the end. That was kind of a long one.
That was a
Very
really long one.
ranty.
For the people who listening, you probably didn't realize too. We stopped midway because I was like, guys, I need a break.
We lied down.
This was a marathon.
We call it a doozy.
That was a doozy.
It's a doozy.
This was a Steve Doocy. God, dude, Dane Cook's girlfriend's hot.
She's super hot. He's not. It'll be hilarious if he was dating
She's
like
just
a
a
really
child.
poor-looking
And
18-year-old.
it's like, yeah, if you're frickin' Scott Disick, we'll turn a blind eye because it's like this is the way you roll.
Yeah, you're lower
But
Disick.
Dane, come on.
You gotta look.
Know better.
Anyways, but hey, there is the pod, and there we go. We like we said last week, we're no longer doing any musical guests because YouTube thinks that we're stealing and infringing.
Just trying to promote. That's
yeah,
it.
Oh, we
content.
absolutely are though.
Well, we 100%.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's neither here nor there, Jack.
What are you, a fucking cop?
Anyways, I guess the only way to end the pod probably is just to say, kick it!
understand. I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.
I ain't scared of you motherfuckers.